Pleasure to see you, young Nick.
Yeah, good
How
to
are
see you
you?
too. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. Um,
Now that we're live, we can inform our viewers, whoever it is, that we just solved the world problems. We
oh,
can go home now.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's
It's good
going
though.
on with young Nick Davis and clan?
Oh, not much. We're just like I said. We've talked about before. Been busy with basketball, kids stuff, and we're kind of in a lull in this month, which is good. We need a little reprieve from all the life, family activities. So it's
You
been good.
sound busy
Yeah.
so often.
Yeah. Yep. So went and visited, saw my in laws last weekend. We drove over and stayed a couple of days in the
Where
other
are
side
they?
of Washington. Yeah, they're good. Yeah, we just got to spend a day with them, kind of Christmas for Valentine's Day.
How's
And
your
then,
granny that was ill?
yeah, she's doing okay. Yeah, she's on dialysis and, you know, making it. She's making it.
She's
Yeah,
making it good.
yep.
We'll
So,
send her our fond regards.
yeah, my
Hey, Kathy.
there we
Hallelujah.
go.
Hello, Kathy.
Hey, Kathy.
Hello from
Um,
where and Wa. Good to hear from
Where
you.
yeah. So my grandma, yeah. So dialysis, and she just got a fistula procedure so that she can have access for the dialysis. And my mother, who's been caring for her for a while, has been staying with her long term, is actually coming to take a break, and she'll be here tomorrow. My mom will be back in Washington, so she'll be here and in time to celebrate my youngest daughter's 10th birthday on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Beautiful.
Wednesday. Tomorrow's Tuesday. Yeah, on Wednesday. So, all right, we got let's see, Northampton. All right,
Oh, you're in
Claire.
Northampton now, Claire.
Very nice. And then
Hi there,
yeah,
Claire.
Kathy is so yeah, you're getting a bunch of snow out there, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah, I saw that. I saw that. So Kathy's in New York and Claire is in Northampton, a hipster paradise.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Nice.
that's
I'll
how I
check
see
that
it.
out.
So they're not too far from each other.
Yeah, got
Yeah.
our East Coast representation.
East Coast representation. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No longer in Brooklyn for the moment,
Oh,
which is where
well,
Claire was last time.
yeah, yeah, okay. That's right.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Well,
Well,
good to have
welcome.
you two. Anybody else watching?
I think those are our viewers at the moment. Yeah.
No Corey and no Ketchup.
No cats up, no Corey. But, sometimes I think it doesn't show if they're viewing if they just listen. Like sometimes you can have YouTube
Yeah, 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 yeah.
open. Yeah. You
Mary
can
does
hear.
listen to the Audible without watching.
Ah, gotcha.
That's what.
So yeah, I think
Oh,
the YouTube only gives you viewer credit if you're on that browser window. So, yeah,
okay.
there could be others, but welcome. Thank you. Um, yeah, so yeah, we're experiencing, well, snow, the second winter, as we call it. We had a little fake spring, and then we have second winter, um, and
Same here.
then probably get another fake spring, and then a frost and a cold or whatever, and then hopefully real spring.
Right.
Yeah, I was noticing. So I went and visited my in-laws a couple weekends ago, and it's where my wife and I got married, north of Seattle area in the western Washington, along I-5 corridor. My wife and I got married in spring, and they have a big annual tulip festival there. And I noticed as I was visiting last weekend, because of this mild winter we've had in Northwest, I already saw like daffodil and tulip sprouts starting to come up, and I was like, oh wow, these are here early this year. So hopefully they make
Cool.
it through the second winter that is
Right.
inevitable.
Exactly. Exactly. They go,
Yeah,
what the fuck?
yeah,
It's we're freezing off again.
right.
Nick and I were cursing together on in the
Yeah,
green room before the show.
we
So now
were.
I'm cursing on the show.
That's funny. You got to read the room, John. Read the room.
Exactly. Got to read the room. So sorry to offend you, Claire and Kathy, and whoever else is viewing.
Yeah, no
All
worries.
right. Well,
So, let's see. Kathy's on grandma duty. Okay. So, yep, that's I feel you there. You're on grandma duty, and my mother is on mom duty, which is my grandma. So, but she handed off to my aunt who's down there in Florida visiting. So, um, can definitely relate to that. I hope all is well.
she's got a totally cute little grandson named. Thank you, Claire. We
Oh,
appreciate it.
yeah. Okay, so she's on grandma duty. She's
We
not taking
appreciate the
care of
fuck out
grandma.
of that,
She
Claire.
is grandma taking care of. Got it.
Yeah, cute little grandson named Peter.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Well,
adorable little boy.
that kind of grandma duty sounds good. Sounds fun.
I've
That's
got to say one thing to Claire.
yeah.
Claire gave me some tea
Oh,
at some juncture. And oh, Claire, I've been drinking that lately. It is
yeah.
extremely tasty. It's a black tea.
Mm,
Oh, like I get up in the morning and I have my coffee, and that's fabulous. And then I change pace and go into the black tea. Oof,
yeah.
the flavor is
That
good,
sounds
except for
good.
it's very strong caffeine, and it keeps me up at night.
Is
Even
it
though
okay?
even though I had it at 10 in the morning. Yeah.
I'm the same way. I'm very caffeine sensitive. Like if I don't cut myself off of caffeine after like 10 in the morning, then I definitely can still feel the effects when I'm like 10 o'clock at night going, can I just fall asleep? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I go back and forth with tea. I love tea. We would go to the different tea shops and get their loose leaf, and I had some different ways of dispensing and steeping. I've tried different methods, and I like tea. But then I go in waves, and I kind of revert
Sure.
back to other caffeinated
It's not ingrained in
beverages.
us.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
I want to be a better tea drinker one day.
I'm a tea fanatic. There's a tea company here in Milwaukee. I wrote an article about them in a alternative. Oh, that's from Boston via China. Yes, yes, it is.
Oh,
It is awesome.
so from Boston via China. Okay, the tea is from Boston.
And there's a Milwaukee. I wrote an article about this Milwaukee tea company called Rishi.
Oh, okay.
About 15 years ago, I wrote for an alternative newspaper,
Uh huh.
and they won several international awards for best tea in the world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and there are just three guys who graduated from high school here in Milwaukee and started this tea company.
Huh.
Artisanal tea.
Yeah.
Ah, it's so good.
Nice.
I drink it on a regular basis. I think of it as a health beverage.
Yeah. So
Well,
you like
anyway,
a
Nick, I
you
want to
like
get
a
into the
okay.
podcast today.
Oh, it sounds like a good plan. All right.
Yeah,
9 minutes in.
9 minutes in. I
No
just want to
worries.
say, I said last time that I was doing this. I was deepening my commitment to Zen.
Mm-hmm.
I continue to do that. This has been a year. It's just, it feels like shackles have fallen off or something in terms of delving into it.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, and I get up in the morning, I have the aforementioned coffee, and I do a little bit of linguistic lessons,
Yeah.
Latin, Irish, Welsh. And then I sit down, I do about 35 minutes of Zen sitting. And in the
Mm-hmm.
evening, I do another 35 to 40 minutes. And it just is so. um, enriching these days.
Yeah.
It's real. It's been a beautiful experience. Then I've started this other practice where I'm like, which poet do I read? So I
Okay.
looked and I saw, oh, there's seven of them. There's seven poets that are battling for my attention. There's 7 days in a week.
Hmm.
So each morning I get up and I read a poem by one of them three
Okay.
times out loud, and that's it for the day. And I've got them lined up. Maybe that's a little neurotic, but that's me. And each day I read a different poet.
Okay.
So Gary Snyder, I've mentioned him before.
You have,
I
yeah.
love Gary Snyder. Jane Hirschfield, Naomi Shihab Nye, who's Palestinian American. Um, let's see, Attar, he's a medieval Sufi.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here, Seamus Haney, Irish Nobel Prize winner. Federico Garcia Lorca,
Mm.
Spaniard who was murdered by the fascists in the 30s for being a gay poet.
Oh,
Yeah, and then the last one is Linda Hogan, who is a Native American Chickasaw elder.
okay.
It's a beautiful combination. It's like a when I add the music of Frank Morgan and Abby Lincoln and this guy named Arvo Pärt, it looks
Hmm.
like part P-A-R-T. He's a Estonian composer. When I add them into it, it's like this harmonious blend of voices
Oh,
that are calling me to a deeper version of myself. So it's
mm.
been a beautiful year so far because of these things.
Yeah. That sounds like it. Sounds
Yeah,
like you're
yeah,
making
I'm
a lot of
enjoying it.
time
But
for a lot of good time for self and healing and
exactly,
yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
as we're going through the national nightmare,
Mm.
which we
Boy.
agree is a national nightmare,
Yeah.
um, it's very nice to have a counterpoint.
Right.
Yeah.
The kindness revolution.
The kindness revolution.
Yeah. Loving
And
kindness.
which brings me to what I'm going to share today. Unless you had something else you wanted to say, Nick,
No, no.
before I launch into this.
Got a
Beautiful
beautiful
combination
finish.
of especially love. Ah,
Conference of the Birds. Ooh.
that's the book.
Wrote this into the dissertation on
Oh,
Jung.
Claire,
Okay.
can you send me a copy? Or,
Nice.
or
Oh, of the
the excerpt in
dissertation.
which you talk about that?
Nice.
My goodness. I don't
Very cool.
I don't have many people respond. Oh yeah, I know that. In fact, I wrote about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Wrote about it in her dissertation on Jung. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I was at a what do they call that? Ecumenical gathering. This was now how long ago? 30 years ago, maybe.
Okay.
I'm talking to some Sufis. We had a bunch of clergy gathered, and there was rabbis, a Zen master, me, some Sufis, Catholic priests, and we were all talking. And I said, "Oh man, the Sufis, I love Rumi and Hafiz." And they said, "Yeah, that's fine, but Attar is where it's at." I was like, "Oh, really?" I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation. Maybe it's Attar. Um, so I remembered it, the Conference of Birds,
Yeah.
and
I'm
bought it
gonna.
last year, and I've been hanging around with it, and I've started in on it.
I'm looking on my other screen and I'm adding that in to read, adding it to my to be read on Goodreads. Um, all right.
You
Yeah.
put it up there, huh?
Well, I'm put it on my my to
All I've
read
read is
list.
the introduction and the preface. I haven't actually
Okay.
gotten into it. Sounds
I
delightful.
yeah, I like I like allegorical type stuff like that.
Me too.
Uh, the Alchemist, there's another Ogmandino, Jonathan Livingston Seagull. Yeah, I think I'd like this. We'll definitely have to check that out.
I'll report
Offensive
back
Bird.
to you as I'm sailing along, and Claire can, enlighten us also.
Yes. And oh yeah, so she said yes because there you go.
Ah, yeah, I learned that, Claire. I learned that this week. Rumi learned from Attar or Attar, whatever it is, um, which is, Rumi is like a luminous um, source of joy. It's just
Hmm.
amazing. He himself is just bursting at the seams with joy, and it springs out of him onto the page. So I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to this. Okay, so that
Cool.
cool.
Yeah.
And in service of what we're calling the kindness revolution, I'm looking for sources these last 2 weeks,
Okay.
and found them. There's a app, I guess it is, called
Oh,
Spirio.
Spirio.
Spirio, like
Huh.
Spiro Agnew, but it's with an I, Spirio. It's
Okay.
kind of there are aspects of the Spirio app that I don't like. For instance, when the guy's talking, they have this music playing in the background, sort of saccharine.
Mm.
It's kind of new agey. Or
Yeah.
I don't know what the word woo means, but this is what I think of it as being sort of bullshit with bullshit with sentimental music flowing in the background.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
get it.
it has this image problem,
Hmm. Yeah.
but they come through with the goods
Okay.
despite that, which is why I'm presenting it today.
Okay. Spirio.
Yeah.
All right.
Two meditation practices which we will do.
Awesome.
One is thankfulness or gratitude.
Okay.
The other is on dealing with suffering.
Mm.
Meditation for working with both.
Yeah.
Does that appeal to you?
It does. Yeah.
Claire, does it appeal to you?
I'm sure it does.
There's no Kathy around to ask anymore. She's off with Peter. If
Oh.
if anybody else is here, you can chime in as well. All right. So here we go. Um, meditation on gratitude or thankfulness. All it is so you're sitting there and you're, you know, feeling down about whatever it may be, personal suffering that you may have, loneliness, grief, anger, fear,
Hmm.
kind of the big ones for Western civilization.
Yeah.
Maybe for everybody. Um, and we've got the world situation
Mm.
getting worse and worse. It seems like to me. Um, so you want to counter that with not with a Disney-esque sort of that's okay, but I'm dancing, tiptoeing through the tulips anyway. But
Right.
what is here really that you're thankful for, that you're grateful for? What is real good? And it's like that's really a good thing that I have in my life,
Yeah.
you know. And for me, I thought this up, over the past week, and listened to a talk on Spirio. And then yesterday was my grandson Christian's birthday.
Oh.
Yeah, 19. So we talked on the phone in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
I told him for the 15th time the story of coming in from work at noon
Mm.
on his birthday 19 years ago. And I had a message from the new grandmother, the mother of the father
Yeah.
of Christian,
Mm-hmm.
who said, John, we have a new grandfather in the world. I was like, what? What does she mean? Then I realized she was talking about me. And I was like, oh, because my name is, to him, is Grandpappy.
Yeah.
He knows that I'm John, but, he calls me Grandpappy.
Mm-hmm.
And all four of them do. And I said, and Grandpappy was born. I was just John, but then I was born as Grandpappy. And he really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And then we talked, and I was telling him, Christian, now that you're 19, it's time for me to talk to you about life. We've already talked about some, but I'm telling you, it's time for you to be a badass warrior for
Yeah.
truth, for mercy, and for justice. Also, don't take any hard drugs.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be preaching to you about weed because that'd be a hypocrite. But, don't get into anything harder than uh, weed.
Yeah.
Don't get anybody pregnant. Be very, very kind to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And read widely.
Yeah.
And also do some sort of spiritual practice. I've got spiritual practices up the wazoo to teach you if you ever want to learn about them. He's like, thank you, Grandpappy. I really appreciate that. I love you. So
Yeah.
I got off the phone. I was like, I just love Christian. I'm thankful for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Yeah.
thankful for the way that this relationship has evolved. You
Mm.
start out, you're a provider of fun little outings,
Right.
and then I they smoked a cigar for the first time in their life with me when they were 16. Christian was 17 and Caden was 16. Things like that, you know.
Yeah.
Um, and now to dispense advice, I'm just very, very thankful.
Right.
Yeah. So that's for me. But whoever else is in this room, I think it's right now. It's simply Claire. Maybe are you there, Mary?
Yeah. Looks like
Me-
there's at least two viewers
We
confirmed.
have at
So
least two.
yeah. So, but yeah, something. Here's an interesting one. Um, Sometimes I mentioned how busy with young kids in our family life is,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and we had to kind of cram to have our house a little more, just a little more presentable because we had a house sitter watching our dogs while we went out of town last weekend. But I was we get worked up over the little tidying things and like, oh, there's clutter on the table or there's clutter on the counter, and maybe it probably drives my wife crazy, but I'm grateful for the fact that like that's my problem for the day. Like
Ah,
that, oh, I'm grateful that my biggest problem today is that I don't want to deal with the clutter on my kitchen table or my kitchen counter.
absolutely. I hear you.
Yeah. So sometimes the things that we feel overwhelmed and that like kind of aggravate us or irritate us, it can you can flip that, and it's sort of a privilege that we have that to be our only thing to worry about that day. So in a weird way, I'm grateful for this mess, this clutter,
Love it.
because it
Love
means
it.
that I'm not dealing with any heavier shit.
Okay, so the
Yeah.
spiritual practices, I've heard about gratitude journals. I'm thankful for my nephew Asher, freshman jazz piano at the new school, who said the other day he'd like to live. Oh, that's outstanding, Claire. Wow, Asher.
Yeah.
New,
Sorry, I think that popped down too fast, but yeah.
So is New School in New York? I
New
think it
school.
is. That'd be just
Okay.
beautiful. Jazz piano. Oh,
That's really cool.
yeah, that's
Heck
really
yeah.
great. What's
Yeah.
the guy's name? Willie the Lion Smith, Art Tatum. I'm thinking about jazz pianists Marcus Roberts
Hmm.
and McCoy Tyner, of course. There's another
Yeah.
one I'm trying to think of. Chucho Valdez. Beautiful, beautiful. I'd love to hear his playing.
Yeah.
All right, so what we're going to do here, we instead of just making a list and stating that that's what we're thankful for, we're going to do a
Okay.
little meditation on it.
I like it.
Yeah, so what we're going to do here is we're just going to go into meditation mode, which is, close your eyes halfway and kind of get yourself situated in a
Hmm.
meditative posture. I'm not going to be prescriptive, but kind of what I think about mudra with your hands, that
Yeah.
sort of thing. And breathing in deeply and breathing out. Inhale, exhale. And this one thing is thinking of your breath as like a snake, a silky, smooth, elegant snake of oxygen coming inside you, filling you in an exhale. And then picture that which you're thankful for. Maybe Asher bent over the piano and living with you. Um, that's your biggest complaint or biggest hassle is clutter. Christian saying, I love you, Grandpappy, whoever else is watching. If Kathy were here, maybe she'd be delineating Peter. And just see them in front of you and just sort of bathe in your gratitude. What a relief it is to wake up in the morning and to know that that gratitude piece is in your life somehow. And what a relief it is to turn off the news or the radio or whatever, put down the internet, and to know that you have these blessings. You can feel their essence with you right now. Maybe just meditating on it for a little while, breathing it in and breathing it out, lifts your heart a little bit. And you just say thank you. You can put that down for the moment and come back to the room here. I was talking to my brother, Mark. Um, what day was that? Saturday, I think that was.
Mm-hmm.
I said I'm so excited that the baseball players are practicing already.
Oh yeah.
Baseball season's coming around. And
Mm-hmm.
he said, yeah, it's okay, but we all know that being a Brewers fan, we're in for another year of disappointment and heartache. I
Mm.
said, they've been to the playoffs 7 out of the last 8 years, so and they're probably going to make it again this year. Um, that means we're in for a 162 games of pleasure,
Yeah.
and then when the season's over and they are trounced by the Dodgers or some such thing, you
Yeah.
know, and they don't make it, they don't win the. There's always a chance that they will, but um, then you can just be grateful for the life that you have, Mark,
Yeah.
and for several months of pleasure. It's
Mm-hmm.
warm. You're grilling. You're
Yeah.
having a beer. Life is good.
Yeah.
You're watching a little bit of baseball.
Right.
You know, where's the heartache?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
They lose, you go, oh, they lost. And then
Yeah.
you're on to the next thing.
Absolutely.
Gratitude it sure helps.
Gratitude. Yeah, I like the gratitude exercise, gratitude meditation, um, and I think it really helps to approach things with, you know, and live with setting an intention, and you know, for me, it helps with being anxious or overwhelmed about things to take that gratitude and then to translate or can continue it as a living with intention, um, because it's kind of like, I think I've used this analogy before, or comparison of, I going to my daughter's sporting event and being overly involved, like getting worked up and like frustrated with like the play or the call or whatever. Um, and there's times where I'm like, okay, do a little like mental prep here. I need to set my intention. Like, what a beautiful day it is. What a great day this is to go out and just watch kids have fun. What a treat it is to see her in these limited years that we have at this age and this stage, and really to all those things, to just think about, like, so when you get a little emotionally charged or something, either you feel there's an injustice or something, that a wrong that's been done, just let that shit go because this is a great day. And a, a, an experience to be grateful for. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And now, are you out there getting frustrated?
Oh, when I watch the sports, sometimes, yeah, yeah. Basketball or the soccer, I don't do as much. I think basketball because I did play a lot of basketball growing up myself, and it's kind of like like oh that's not right, like oh that yeah, yeah,
I love it.
yeah. Um, Sometimes it gets a little bit yeah, and I think most of the time when I get that way, it's because it does feel like there's an injustice with things like oh the ref isn't doing anything and they're letting these girls just beat each other up, and that's when it gets frustrating. It's like come on, someone's going to get hurt if you don't actually do this. So anyway, but it's back to the fact that like I have to set the mentality in that just kind of don't get worked up. It's just a game. We're just here to support her having fun doing something she hopefully enjoys. Because if she doesn't enjoy it, then why should she do it? And all that matters to us is that she's enjoying it, and whatever the outcome or whatever that one play injustice is, like you just got to let it go. Um, yeah. So I really love this gratitude practice. I know it's working when I feel a little sadness course through my heart and wash over me. Oh
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah, yeah.
That's
I feel that
that's
too.
powerful.
I feel that too, Claire. I think where I feel it is I mentioned I in just that setting intentions and gratitude is that I was thinking about my daughter and her 10th birthday coming up, and I was just so grateful for the fact that like she still wants one of her parents to put her to bed every night. um, Sometimes it's rubbing her feet because she's a busy active kid and she does sports and her feet hurt, or just a back rub. um, and there are times where she'll crawl in our bed still in the morning, and I'm just so grateful for that. And I feel a little bit of grateful sadness because it's like, oh, I know soaking this time up and this experience is
Yeah.
is is limited. Yeah. So yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
That's powerful. Poignant
yeah,
for both of you.
for sure.
I used to say, what did I say? Joy is happiness that remembers sorrow.
Joy is happiness that remembers sorrow. I like
Joy
that.
is sort of it doesn't have the bright yellow of happiness.
Right.
It doesn't have the dark purple of sorrow. It has
Yeah.
this sort of gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I gotcha.
Yeah.
Joy is the happiness that remembers sorrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a deeperness to it, right? Like cuz happiness is like, "Oh my gosh, I am we're pulling into the gates of Disney World and I can see the
Yeah.
rides." And that's happiness, and just like and then there's a deeper feeling with joy where it's just like you yeah. And I find with joy, for me, it's often accompanied by a sense of being proud. There's some proudness because I think joy where there's overcoming of the sorrow or the challenge. Um, I also find that there's also something to be proud of with that, like
Yeah.
rising through adversity or struggle or pain, suffering, sorrow, whatever it may be, um, to then you know come through and see the brightness or the victory or the whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
and those are the ones that get me like tearful, like worked up.
No
And it's like,
doubt.
why are you crying? Why are you like? I feel so emotional, and it's like that's not just happiness. That's the joy where it's like I went through feeling I was struggling, and now there's this bright spot, and it's beautiful, and yeah,
My kids are always Dad, are you crying? Are you crying? Oh my God, you're crying. I said, I'm not crying. I'm verklempt. Can't help it, man.
Yeah.
Sentimental guy.
Well, yeah, we gotta stick together and normalize that.
Absolutely.
Too many generations of this toxic masculinity where men were not allowed to be tearful or show emotions. So yeah.
Our patron saint is Tom Hanks.
Oh, nice.
All right, all right. So that's gratitude. Then there's another aspect to this podcast today, which is
Oh yeah.
coping with suffering.
Oh
And this is
yeah.
I'm paying attention to this young woman. I said her name last time, Nicole Baden.
Yeah.
She didn't.
Taking over the organization out of the Bay Area.
That's right.
Yeah.
She's also got the German and Colorado. I mean, she is a
Zen
amazing.
Master.
I just watched this this morning, so I don't have it fully in my head, but
Mm.
because she didn't come up with anything over the last 2 weeks until this morning, there was a new podcast by her, and I was like, just in time. Thank you, Nicole.
Yeah.
And she wasn't talking about coping with suffering, but I took what she was saying and put it into this. So you can do the same thing as a gratitude journal, naming something that you're thankful for and something that you're
Hmm.
suffering with.
Yeah.
You know, for me, I'm suffering with the fact that it looks like, we could soon have a series of concentration camps in the United States. Unthinkable.
Yeah.
You hear about the awful World War II concentration camps for Asians, especially I think it was Japanese. Um, and you think, well, that's a thing of the past, and now here it is.
Right.
Trump is buying warehouses they wants to spend on entrapping people. And who's to say it won't be you and me?
Right.
You so that's suffering for me. But other people could have other things that they're suffering over.
Hmm.
You know, you can think of what it is for you. And
Yeah.
here's the metaphor I got. It is kind of a blend of Spirio and Nicole Baden. Um, think of it in terms of you are an ocean, and Nicole was talking about where's your address?
Mm.
Where's your address? So where's your address in this ocean? Are you the several miles of deep, strong undercurrent of tranquility and silence?
Mm.
Or
Wow.
are you the surface level waves? You know, the surface level waves are where the suffering is.
Hmm.
Um, and as I say that, I'm aware that the suffering can penetrate down into the other parts of you. But in general, that's where it is. You have a um, address which cannot be violated by what's going on the surface. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. The
Where's my
human
address?
human nature, um, and perhaps Nicole, you can talk to us about persona and the next level down of the Jungian conception of the human.
Mm.
But so what we can do meditatively is consider our address, who we really are, as we can kind of spend time with ourselves in the depths of the human condition, the tranquil currents of silence, And then up on the surface is the part that's contending with difficulty. So what we'll do in this meditation is we'll start down low and then we'll come up, and from the tranquility, with the tranquility still in us, the soulfulness, I like to think of it as, we can not try to bypass, but look straight at the suffering
Mm.
and sort of breathe it in and breathe it out and sort of be there with it.
Yeah.
And that's just, there's no solution for the suffering that I'm proposing here. There's just being with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll go back down into the tranquil depths and the
Okay.
silence. Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a suffering in mind, Nick? You don't have to say it out loud.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
same with you, our friend Claire,
Mm-hmm.
and Kathy, if you're back, and whoever else is watching. All right, let's do this. We'll
All
do
right.
we'll just get into a softly, gently breathing for a minute. Okay, and the wonderfulness is you can just envision yourself as an ocean. And you're now down in the depths of the ocean. That's your real address. There's so much more of this part of the ocean than there is of the surface waves. There's deep currents. There's silent depth. There's mysterious darkness. That's the depth of you. You can breathe this in and breathe this out. I'll be silent for a minute or two. And now you can come up to the surface where there's waves coming about. And you have some suffering that you've thought of. You may have named to yourself. From the perspective of your true address, with your tranquility and your silence and your mystery, you can look at this suffering. It's very real. It's not to be bypassed, but you can breathe in and breathe out and take it in. I'm not being prescriptive here about what you're experiencing. I'm just saying you can just observe and look at the suffering from the perspective of what you know to be your true address, which is in the tranquility, the vast mystery of your being takes in the surface waves. How does your true address alter your experience of the suffering? All right, and then we can go back down into the depths. Say goodbye to the surface waves for a minute. How does that surface wave suffering impact the experience of your depths and your mystery and your silence? All right, and then we can come back up. I mean to say we can let go of the meditation, come back to the podcast. How you doing, Nick?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
Yeah,
Me
that was a
too.
hard one. That was a hard one.
That was a hard one.
Yeah,
Well, it entails suffering,
yeah, yeah. Really. It,
confrontation with it.
yeah, I well, I'll just speak to the this. Of course, we're in the all in this state, but it'll be interesting. I'll have to go back and watch the playback of that one because it was very tranquil in the address and the depths and the currents and the space and just like very vivid and peaceful. And I think I felt multiple perspectives and suffering, um, on the surface, and I could feel my breathing quicken. I felt my body tensing, um, just tightening my arm. Like everything was in that moment, and feeling the waves, the crashing, or the uh, borderline drowning, like you know, and there was the other party suffering at one point the waves were the relationship that there's a feeling of suffering with and struggling, and it was like I was drowning in that tough surface wave and tension of that. um, and it was just very interesting to have multiple experiences of myself, others, in that setting and that scene. And at one point, you said to go back down, and there's a couple times where I went back down. I didn't want to be there. I didn't want to be in the suffering for too long.
Yeah.
Um, I yeah, I was that was really uncomfortable, and I just wanted to go back down.
Well, good. It was
Um,
effective then.
yeah, but uh, I didn't have a clear picture of the dynamic of the situation of what the suffering was, and this helped because I think at the center of the suffering, it was me. If that
It was
makes any
what?
sense, it was myself.
Ah,
Yeah, I was thinking about, like, my older daughter and some struggles of her own, and there's my thought is like, oh, her experiences, her suffering, her challenges. But then when I got into it, the first thing I felt was the shame, the blame, the parenting struggle that is what, the first thing. Before I could even experience her suffering and feel that, I had to go through my own suffering. Um, and I didn't expect that. I didn't think I was going to go up to the surface with the waves and the crashing, and I thought I was going to jump right into, like, oh, my older daughter's experiences of suffering and struggle, and no, it was mine.
really powerful.
Yeah,
Really powerful. That seems like it's
yeah,
very fruitful for you.
and uncomfortable, but I would do it
Yeah.
again. 10 out of 10. Do recommend. Would do it again. Yeah.
And I have this
Oh,
feeling of it's not just the Trump administration that causes suffering, it's the revelations of the Epstein files and the fact that there's men all over the world that are only too happy to rape children and the sex slavery.
yeah.
And it makes me want to take up a sword.
Mm.
And I've been sending messages to two senators and a congressional representative saying, I want, and to the vice president, saying I want to take up a sword about this and cut through the sword of discernment and the
Oh,
sword of justice,
yeah,
you know, and you know, wreak havoc on these people.
yeah.
That's what I was telling my grandson, Christian, be a badass warrior
Hmm.
for justice and mercy. We were
Right.
talking about this a little bit, and so there's suffering involved. The suffering is the suffering that is kind of out there,
Yeah.
other people, but as Claire reminds us, we can't just talk about other. We have to talk
Hmm.
about what's inside of ourselves.
Right. So going into it, Claire said, of course, she's a bit of suffering is available, and then
That's true. So much inner
this is
space,
her.
generosity, not a debt. Ah,
Yeah.
phew. Claire, you should
Yeah.
become a writer.
I like that, lifting and descending and curling back around. Yeah, that's a good. That was my experience too. Like I said, I, it was not waiting. Like, when I said it was uncomfortable, and I was feeling overwhelmed, and the suffering was so much, and I wanted to go back down. And I think that's a good point. Like, me being kind of new to the practice, but with experience, sort of making space for that, like you can come and go out of the space and the waves and surface, and find your and go to your home address, and then you know integrate what it is that you're experiencing on the surface, and you know return again with some new strength and ability. Yeah, I like that. Descending and curling back around,
That's
just like the
beautiful,
waves,
beautifully written.
just like the waves in a cool, salty sea. I like that. Very pretty, very beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very
We're now
much.
at the end of the broadcast,
We are.
podcast.
Yeah. This is a touching day. I appreciate you all.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah,
Yeah, very
absolutely.
good, very good. All right.
Ah,
Good to be
yes.
with you.
Good to be
We're
with
all
you.
trying to figure out how to cope with this insanity and also foster a kindness revolution.
That's right. And I think just adding to the toolkit, these practices, I think really helps. Really helps with the resiliency, and you know prioritizing what's important and what matters most, and where to exert your limited resources, energy, your capital that you have. Yeah. So good stuff.
I'll come
Thank
up
you.
with some more stuff for 2 weeks from now.
All right. I appreciate it. And we will see all of you hopefully back then. Anybody viewing after the fact, thank you. Um, John, it's a pleasure to see you today.
Pleasure, Nick, as always. I think
Yeah.
about you. I
Thank
think
you.
I especially thought of you during the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah.
But then I was thinking, what's he? Is he watching the Olympics? Is he
Yeah.
watching the hockey? Yesterday's hockey was oof.
I did not watch it. I only watched the highlights that came out of it, and
I watched it. I
but
felt like we are gonna lose,
yeah.
and then gloriously we won.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, all right. Well, thank you.
You're
Thank you
welcome.
all.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye, Claire. It was good to be with you.
Thanks for joining, Claire and Kathy.
Bye, Kathy, if you're there.
All right. Take care.